my birthday today. So I thought, you know what? Last year I streamed on my birthday, so I'll stream on my birthday for just a little bit today. Might not even get to my full usual time frame because I figured, what the heck? Just chat with some people, make it a good morning before I get started with my whole day. And I do have quite a few plans for the day, so that is why I may not have time to do the full streaming today. We have packed a full day, and I am very happy to get to do all sorts of things. I also went and got myself a Warhammer kit for my birthday yesterday, and I am excited to unpack that and get to hopefully experience Warhammer this week. Maybe not. It has quite a bit of setup, and the people I know are playing on Wednesday, so I might not have it put together by Wednesday. There's a lot. I'm really nervous to do the painting on it. I really suck at painting, so here's hoping that the painting goes well. And we are playing the new season of Diablo. If you were not aware, if you've been playing Diablo 4, or maybe not, the new season started on the 20th. So I decided I would try it out. Typically, I don't play seasons, and I really don't know why anyone would play seasons for Diablo 4. Like, yeah, there's a couple cool things that they've added, but for the most part, you're losing all the stuff you've already been working for. And getting to max level in this game is such a slog that I don't foresee myself starting over again next season. I know that's what they want every, season restarts in 60 days, I think. So every few months they want you to completely reset all your progress and redo the quests you've already done, re-explore the map you've already explored. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Like in Diablo 3, and granted Diablo 3 had a lot more chance to get like its feet wet, right? They had years and years to fine tune it, whereas Diablo 4 hasn't been out super long. But like Diablo 4, it was a rush to the end game, and then you were pushing keys, you were trying to get the best gear, do the certain things, and it's just, I don't see that happening here. Dexter's here. Good morning, Dexter. Happy birthday, Waffles. Thank you. I actually had to think for a moment. Emmy and I had like go through like how old am I turning? Because after you hit about 30, like you don't even keep track of it anymore, right? Like who cares? It's the same as it was last year. Like there's no difference between 31, 32, 33. There's a comedian who does a bit about birthdays where after you're like 18, 21, you should only celebrate birthdays on the 10s. Like 20, 30, 40, 50. Swaddle's here. Good morning, Swaddle. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by for my birthday and saying good morning. I am 32. We figured it out. We had to sit there and do the math on our fingers. Okay, born in 91. How are you now? So, yeah. I know I act 58. I am an old soul. Even more exemplified by today, because like Emmy and I were talking last night about what I want to do for my birthday, and so we're gonna go see a movie, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the time inside and away from people. I thought about going and doing some photography, but like it's gonna be 90, 95 degrees, and I'm already done with people. It's been a long, hard couple weeks with a lot of stuff going on at work, and I just want to sit around and do nothing. A whole lot of nothing. I've been doing that since I was 27. I know people, like, it's one of those weird things where, like, when you're a kid, you never want to be bored, right? You always want to have something to do. You want to have activities and stuff planned, but there comes a certain part in your adult life where it's no longer, like, I don't want things planned every day of every moment. I just want to sit around and do nothing, and having nothing to do is like the biggest reward as an adult ever, right? We are also talking about two other things. There's a new series I want to start, and I have no idea how I'm going to start this, but I want to make some YouTube videos, and the cleverest name I could think of was calling it Marvelous Moments in Media, or MMM. And I want to talk about like some older TV shows and older video games and older movies and things like that. And I think I want to do, there's a couple that I want to do, like a whole episode is going to be dedicated to one thing. Like we just finished MASH, and I was so blown away by how good MASH was as a TV show. Like growing up, I would see MASH on TV, and I just knew that that was like the old people TV show, right? That show was like from the 60s, but only old people watch MASH. You know, if you're going over to your grandparents for the weekend, you might watch an episode of MASH because that's what old people watched. But I don't know anyone like my own age who watches MASH. And so we watched it all the way through, and there was so much, like, there were things that didn't happen on TV. Like, it had some of the first things done on TV for it, so it was like ahead of its time, revolutionary in some areas. Like, it was a great show, and the finale, and I had to look this up because I legitimately didn't know it, but it deserves it. The finale for MASH was so like viewed, it beat out the Super Bowl. Like, it held the record for the most viewed thing on TV for quite a long time until another Super Bowl came through and beat it. But like, what a crowning achievement for just a regular TV show episode to beat the Super Bowl in like sheer views. Like, and it deserves it. It was an incredible finale, a lot of good episodes. There are some you know, some things that show its age. Like in the first couple episodes, there is a character that they call a racial slur. They eventually move him off pretty quickly because I think they realize, like, oh, we made a mistake in naming this character that. So, you know, that still shows its age. There's occasional things that are like, oh, that's some outdated thinking there. But for the most part, like, there are some great quotes. It was the first TV show to have like a main character death portrayed. Before that, it was, you know, you'd just be written off the show, but they legitimately just like straight up killed one of the characters. Like, it was incredible. There were some times, because it was started like as a comedy show, and then when the Hawkeye, Alan Alda, I think, started directing, you know, he started taking it other directions and working through it, and they started making more coherent episodes and a little bit more drama and a little bit more seriousness. There were some episodes that were just way too serious, where it's like, okay, I get what you're going for, and I appreciate the art, but I just want my funny doctor show back, right? Like, I don't need all this sadness right now. But like, I want to do a thing on MASH. I think Star Trek: The Next Generation deserves an episode, even though like Star Trek has this cult following. But again, it's one of those things where when you talk to someone my age, either they absolutely love Star Trek, they're inducted into the cult of Star Trek, or they say, oh, what, that old TV show? No, I don't watch. Why would I watch that? And like, there's so much good stuff in the old Star Treks that's worth going back and experiencing, that it makes me sad that people miss out on it. 'Cause the same thing I think, right? Like, oh, that's for old people. Why would I watch that old people show? You're just missing out on so much good stuff. And then like the other one, so Scrubs is the other big one that's on my list. But I don't know if Scrubs deserves a full episode, or if that's just one that can be one of those honorable mention. We talk about one or two things from Scrubs, because like Scrubs had a couple golden episodes and some stuff that was truly amazing put on TV. But I don't know if I could fill like a whole episode on it. There was like, the finale was good. There was a few songs that were well placed in there, a few emotional moments. I just don't know if I could do an entire episode on Scrubs. Why are these dudes healing faster than I can kill them? Is there like, is this dude healing them, or what is going on here? And then like there's like video games, is some old video games, obviously. Tons of people do video games, and that's not special, so I won't do much around that. But there were some like some ideas that were in old video games that I think are pretty amazing that we need to bring back. Like the number one thing from old video games that doesn't really happen nowadays, like Batman. The new Batman games did this super well, so I'll give credit to where credit is due. The new Batman games cover this really well, but like, I really miss having game over screens that would taunt you, or like game over screens that like really gave you like, oh, I don't want to see that again, like I failed. It actually put some depth and weight to it. Like the one that comes to the top of mind is Banjo-Kazooie, where if you failed, like you see Banjo's sister get turned into the witch or whatever. Like, you know, it's a little cartoony game. I don't even remember the story of Banjo-Kazooie. I honestly didn't like it that much, but that's an unpopular opinion in itself. But like, you're like, oh man, I lost and now I see the consequences of losing. I don't want to lose again. Like, it felt good. Or the old Ninja Gaiden, where when you lost, you'd see the main character strapped to like this table and they're gonna buzzsaw open his chest. Or the Mortal Kombat, where you're like falling down the pit and you have to put more quarters in to avoid smashing into the bottom of the pit. Like, there were some great old taunting screens. Like I said, Batman did amazing on that. The new Batman Arkham games did a great job taunting you with the Batman villains, but I want more. I want more of it. Of course, you didn't like Banjo-Kazooie. In fairness, I think the reason I don't like Banjo-Kazooie is because I never played it as a kid, so I don't have any nostalgia attached to it. So going back and trying to play Banjo-Kazooie on an N64 as an adult is just painful. A big portion of that just because of the camera. N64 camera, of course, is a huge pain to use. But if they did like didn't they do a remaster or remake? Maybe I should try that one. I don't know, collectathons just don't really do it for me much anymore these days. Not super into the collectathon style games. But kind of on the topic of collectathons, I saw that Assassin's Creed is getting a VR game. And I love Assassin's Creed up to, you know, about 4 or 5. They did kind of mess it up after a while, but I'm really excited to see what happens with Assassin's Creed in VR. I think they can do some really neat stuff, and I'm really excited to see Assassin's Creed VR. And people, this is going to be totally wrong. I know that there's no way they're doing this. Some people are claiming that it's going to be the first 3 games entirely remade and remastered in first person for VR. That would be absolutely amazing, but there's no way they're putting all of 1, 2, and 3 in one game and doing it in VR. Like, there's no way it's going to be that ambitious. I don't see that. I don't see that being a possibility. I hope for it, but I don't see that. I don't see that happening. There's no way. I think I missed out on the N64 mostly as a kid. Like, we had one. We had an N64, and we played GoldenEye and Super Smash Brothers. Those were the only 2 games we ever played on our N64. Occasionally renting a few other ones as we could rent them, but... So I don't have a lot of nostalgia for the Nintendo 64. So there's a lot of games that people talk about being amazing. Like, we started playing Mario 64 on stream, and it was fun, but I wouldn't call it mind-blowing best game ever made. And I know there's some people where Mario 64 is, you know, top 1 or 2 games of all time, and I don't see that. It was good, it was fun, but I don't see it as being this masterpiece that everyone claims it to be. And a part of that's probably because I didn't get to enjoy it, you know, when it came out, as I should have enjoyed it. Now, same thing with like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I've played them a little bit, but I don't see them as these revolutionary games that are the best games ever made. Like I don't think I could call any game on the 64 best game ever made. Like there's some from PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, you know, that era that definitely could. Metal Gear could definitely be put in that category. Twisted Metal 2 could be put in that category. Final Fantasy, there's a few good Final Fantasies. Legend of Dragoon, Jade Cocoon. Like, there's a lot of good ones, but GoldenEye... See, so here's the problem with GoldenEye. GoldenEye was good. I loved GoldenEye. But it was like a multiplayer party game. Like, the campaign wasn't that great from what I remember on GoldenEye, so it's kind of like Call of Duty where it's fun with people, but you can't just, you know, a multiplayer only game can't be the greatest game of all time, right? Because as soon as people stop playing it, you can't enjoy it anymore, right? And that's kind of how I see GoldenEye. Is it was a great multiplayer game, but the campaign was, yeah. I could be remembering it wrong. I did start playing it on the Switch because they let you play it on the Switch now, but it wasn't very good. Part of that though is the controller. You know, it's meant to have the N64 controller, and I don't have that. But good multiplayer game, not a great solo game. I am super hyped for the Solid Snake collection, though. I am really, really, really excited to get to experience Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 again. Very hyped for those. Metal Gear Solid 3 might be like top 5 games of all time. Like, it is... So I probably played that game for hundreds of hours, just replaying through the campaign because it was so fun. There were so many different ways to engage in it, so many little secrets. Couldn't stay into Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh man, the controls are a little wonky. I did go back and try and play it again. The controls are, old games have bad controls. That's just kind of a part of playing old games, right? Man, I want to do like a video. I'm sure someone's already done it, but hey, you know, whatever. Doing like all the secrets. Like, I don't even know if I could name all the secrets and Easter eggs and stuff that exist in the Metal Gear games, because there's just so many non-stop secrets in those games. So I really want to go through and see if I can name all those secrets, because there are so many, between all the hidden frogs and like the bosses that you can skip, and you can like crawl on walls and get spiders to bite you, and you get special videos and the Easter egg video game, and like there's just so much in those games. Alright, let's put some of this stuff in. Don't need those. And we got... Let's see, what are you taking? You need a Devious. Wait. Oh, so resource draining effects are 50% less effective. That I need. That will be super powerful for me. Put that in. Deposit this one. Throw another point. Next point, we unlock our super ultimate, so we gotta get there. And we need to continue exploring the dry steppes to unlock that area. And again, I've already unlocked this area. I already did all of this, so the fact that I'm doing it again, like, it's such cheap gameplay. I hate seasons. I hate the idea of seasons in video games. I hate it in ARPGs. I definitely hate, like, Call of Duty trying to get you to buy a $10, $15 battle pass every few months for a bunch of skins. Like, so much money. They're just getting so greedy. And I was watching something last night on, like, the Disney Dreamlight Valley, which I got it early access, but it's barely a game. Like, I would barely qualify it as a game, and at this point they're monetizing it so hardcore that they're trying to turn it into, like, a mobile game. Because they're trying to charge, like, $10, $15 for a battle pass every 2 months, and then they're charging, like, between $15 and $30 for a skin, for not even your character, so you can look at other characters. Like, who wants to buy a skin so other characters that aren't you look a certain way? That's ridiculous. Like, the amount of money that they're trying to milk out of people, well, that is just outrageous. And of course it's Disney, so you know people are throwing the money down left and right for it because Disney just loves to drain money. We were talking about going back to Disneyland because they're starting to do drone shows with their fireworks. Like, I love fireworks, I love drones, so for sure I want to experience that, but, like, just going to Disneyland makes my wallet cry. The same cost we could go to Japan or Ireland. That's why I never got into that game. I'm not a huge Disney fan either way. I'm a decent enough Disney fan. I like some of their stuff, but, like, it's not a game. It's like Animal Crossing, but even less. Like, I love the first Animal Crossing, don't get me wrong, I loved it. There was so much personality. You logged in and there was so much to do. But Disney Dreamlight just doesn't have that. It's just a chore. It's just literally, okay, go collect these fish. Money is basically pointless because you can infinitely farm money, so there's no challenge to getting the money. So you don't have that aspect. The characters have, like, 3 lines of dialogue, and so they say the same thing over and over and over and over again, except for a couple quests that you'll finish in a day. Like, it has less dialogue and less charm than Animal Crossing New Horizon, and that's saying something, because Animal Crossing New Horizon was by far the worst Animal Crossing game ever made, which I know that's a massively unpopular opinion too, but, like, it does not compare. The first Animal Crossing, like, it was an N64 game, but we didn't get it until GameCube in America, so N64 for Japan, GameCube for us. Like, that game had fully functioning NES and arcade games. It had millions of lines of dialogue. It had unique personalities for every single villager, unique holiday events that were actually worth participating in. And it just, the big thing is the character personality, right? Like, I could forgive a lot of this stuff, but the fact that they just made 6 template types for personalities, and then every villager with the same personality says the same thing, like, literally, it lacks personality, right? When I get a villager, I want to know and learn about that villager. I want to interact with that villager, not that personality type. I think that was the laziest thing they could have done, and honestly, it killed the game for me. The other complaints, like the breaking tools, I could live with that, but the fact that they took the shortcut and said, we don't want to write out a personality for every one of these characters and unique lines of dialogue, like, unforgivable. Completely ruined the game. And it's a shame, because like I said, I loved the first Animal Crossing. I played that game into the ground. I loved logging in every day and seeing something new, being to talk to my villagers, and they would tell me something I didn't know about them and give me little quests, and there was so much better about that one. That one was special, and they just never captured that again. Like, New Leaf was okay, but... And, like, I get it. I'm a writer. I try and write. I dabble in writing. I understand writing 600 different character personalities with enough dialogue that you would never see a repeating in, like, a week amount of play is a huge undertaking, but, like, Well, I'd say now it's not, right? You just throw it in AI, you say, ChatGPT, write me a bouncy, bubbly bunny character and give me 5,000 unique lines of dialogue. So, now that we have that in existence, the next Animal Crossing better be better. Better be better? Yeah. It better be better. And, like, people always talk about, like, they could do more. Like, they could certainly release DLC, unique characters. Like, if they made it a live service and we got new characters with new personalities constantly, like, 100%, I'd be willing to pay for that. I don't mind paying for games. Like, I don't mind gacha games, even. I don't mind paying for characters every now and then. But, like, they gotta be worth it. And that's just the problem, is there's just not a whole lot of value in that Animal Crossing. And again, I know people don't know what they're missing because they never played the original, but if people had played the original one on GameCube, they would know what they're missing. And people do it for free, right? Like the modding community, we were talking about, oh, what's that game called? Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley has a massive, like, modding team behind it, right? And there's people with no pay, just for the sheer fun of it, they go and write completely unique characters to add to Stardew Valley with unique stories, unique cutscenes, unique dialogue, like, and they do that for free. So I imagine if you paid just one intern, you could do it with one intern, say your job for the next year is to create unique characters with unique dialogue. Like, there's someone out there who would absolutely love that. Like, that's gotta be a dream job for somebody out there. Just sit in a dark room, don't talk to anyone, just write characters for Animal Crossing. I guarantee there's someone who would do that for $20 an hour. I would consider doing that for $20 an hour, to be honest. Like, that's a dream job right there. Don't talk to people, just sit in a room and write characters. Like, yes, please. So they could do it. They could find a way to do it. They chose not to, and that's what upsets me about it. Now that I've been ranting about Animal Crossing for 20 minutes straight. I'm really excited. Later today, I'm going to rip open my Warhammer box and start putting together some miniatures and reading some rules, and I can't wait to add Warhammer to my list of things to do every now and then, because I really enjoyed the one game that I played, so now I get to make my own army. I'm very excited for it. I have no idea how much time it's going to take, though. I want to play this Saturday, or excuse me, Wednesday, and I don't think I'm going to be able to play this Wednesday. And, like, they got a tournament coming up, and I would love to participate in the tournament, but it's like a $30 entry fee plus $20 if you want to drink. So you're talking $50, and I'm way too new, so there's no way I'm going to win, right? So why would I pay $50 to enter a tournament knowing I'm going to lose? Like, it's a little steep. Little steep to go and ensure my loss. For the drinks. See, that's the problem, is I don't drink, so... But I did do a photo shoot of a drink. Excuse me. I have some beer from the local monks, and I kind of got inspired with rosary and some lighting that I had, and I wanted to do a photo shoot of their beer, and it went pretty well. I sent it to them. I'm kind of honestly hoping that if they're interested in it, I kind of want to make some stickers of it, because people love stickers right now. I'd love to make a 6-pack of stickers for the Abbey and the brewery, and raise some money for them, raise some money for me. Especially if I'm going to be getting into Warhammer, I'm going to need more money. I'm going to need a whole lot more subs on Twitch if I'm going to fund a Warhammer habit, because it is not cheap. Like, I understand aesthetics. I understand people wanting you know, everything to look nice. So I know people put a lot of time into building their army, making their army, and painting their army. But like there was a pair of dice they were selling that goes with your army, and it's just 6-sided dice, and they have a special symbol for the 6. So the 6 is a symbol to show critical hit, and they're painted in the same colors as an army. So what is that noise? Huh, my computer's making weird noise. That's not good. Anyway, so they're cool dice, and you get like 8 of them, and you get a custom color that goes with your army. So that is cool. I don't think that's not cool. But they were charging between $35 and $50 for like 10 6-sided dice. Like, outrageous. And people do the same thing for D&D, right? Like, people buy custom dice for their characters, and they'll spend anywhere from $50 to $100 on a set of dice. I gotta buy a new computer soon. Mine can't handle 11. I am dreading upgrading my computer. I want a new computer soon too, but like new PC with all the stuff I want, especially for photo editing, we're talking like $2-3 grand. I don't think I'm gonna be able to upgrade my computer anytime soon. Not that Windows 11 is all that great to upgrade to, but you know, you gotta have the newest version of Windows because they say that all the old versions aren't secure anymore, and we all know that the Windows Defender is definitely the way to keep your computer safe. I don't need much, shouldn't be more than $600. That's true. All you need to do is to be able to stream Twitch, right? All you have to do is be able to see your daily dose of waffles. What more could anyone want?
I'm not ready yet.
Keep forgetting to activate my abilities. I am a terrible druid. And down he goes. I watch Twitch on mobile. I only need it for taxes and a few computer games. I do like the idea of... I know, well, it's Google had for a while, their streaming service. Like, the idea of never needing a gaming PC again and be able to just stream a game that's at high quality because a company owns, you know, the high quality servers and the high quality computers, and you just pay a monthly fee to stream it. I do like that idea rather than investing, you know, fully into a gaming PC, but it doesn't seem to have caught on for whatever reason. Like, I'm streaming Diablo right now. I'm not running Diablo on my PC. I'm streaming from my PS5. Like, it works great. Looks great for me. I don't have any issues with it, so I don't mind streaming. And I kind of wish that we could get more of that for that exact reason, so you don't have to buy a computer just for gaming. You just, okay, I'll use my service and pay a monthly fee for that. And maybe people are getting sick of not owning things that... There's definitely some truth to that. Without a doubt, the people are getting really sick of not owning things, especially like the cars. Cars right now that are saying, you know, you have to pay $2,000 to unlock the acceleration. Like Tesla was big on that, right? You have to pay a monthly fee if you want to be able to accelerate faster. Like, I can understand not wanting that anymore. I understand everything being a subscription is really frustrating, so I definitely see that to a degree being a huge factor in that. I couldn't imagine buying a car and then being told I have to pay even more money if I want to use all the features of my car. Like, that's such an outrageous the future sucks moment. Oh, this treasure goblin moves too fast. We've almost got him. We've almost got him. Don't let him get away. Ooh, a legendary ring. It was worth it. You know, between streaming TV shows and streaming music and then the car stuff, like... Yeah, we definitely don't own nearly as much as we used to, which is good in a way. Like, I have too much. You can see the clutter behind me, right? We got too much junk. As a society, we have too much junk, but I would rather have too much junk and own too much junk rather than owning nothing. And, like, people who are at a point where they're renting houses and renting cars and just, like, have nothing to your name, like, it definitely must be frustrating at the end of the day. Like, you look at your bank account and say, I have no money left in my account, and I own nothing. I just have the right to exist for 30 more days, and then I gotta go back to work to exist for another 30 days. Like, I can see that being a huge frustration. At the same time, home ownership isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Again, we keep talking about this, but having to pay $30,000 for a new roof and gutters, and then, you know, the $20,000 we invested in a furnace and an AC, and we need a new hot water tank here soon, and a new washer and dryer. So there are some benefits to renting, and that is that you don't have to buy the new roof and the new washer and dryer and the new hot water stuff. I am not looking forward to that bill. Then again, you know, the lottery's at $1 billion, right? So if you win, you walk away with approximately 600 million, 550 million after taxes. So that seems to be the most likely way that we're going to pay off the roof right now, is winning that $1 billion lottery. Maybe I should go buy some birthday tickets. You're more likely to win the lottery on your birthday, right? That's just science. Good luck. I do have incredible luck with lottery tickets. I buy scratch-it tickets, and what I'll do is I'll buy a scratch-it ticket, and I'll take the winnings and buy another scratch-it ticket, and I'll just keep playing on the same, like, I'll put 20 bucks in, and I'll be able to play scratch-it tickets for a couple months. So I get a couple months of entertainment, and usually still walk away with 20 bucks, or, you know, I might lose 20 bucks, but hey, I had a couple months of entertainment. So when it comes to scratch-it tickets, I have super luck, but I don't think that translates over very well into the $1 billion lottery. That's a whole different beast. That's not true at all. It's definitely true. It's like going to the casino on your birthday, right? Like, you're more likely to win at the casino on your birthday because it's your birthday. So, like, because you're not going to lose on your birthday, right? That's not how it works. You win on your birthday.
So you feel it too. Hatred. Boiling just beneath the surface of this wretched place.
Though I have not won a hand of blackjack in quite a while. Of course you lose on your birthday.
I cannot do that here.
Oh, I forgot. We got a legendary ring. What's the legendary ring do? Increased crowd control and more damage against injured enemies, overpowered distance. That's pretty good. Let's see. Which one are we going to replace? Let's get rid of that one. You lose a lifetime with every passing second. Had to remind you of your finite mortality. Oh, man. So, like I said, it's been a bad week or two. So there are some days where that's not necessarily a bad thing to be reminded of that mortality. I know that's not how we're supposed to think, but man, has it been a long week. And like, so I get these are all like gambler superstitions, right? So I understand that that's not how actually it works. But I was trying to explain to Emmy the other day that, like, bad things have happened to me, and all I need is a good thing to happen. And she's like, well, why does that matter? I was like, well, because bad things have been happening, right? So it's on a spree. So what we need is a good thing to happen, and that will interrupt the bad things happening, and then no more bad things will happen to me because the bad things spree will be over. You got to get through. You got to beat it once, right? So you got to interrupt its mojo. You got to beat its winning streak. And I get that that makes no sense, but it makes total sense in my head that, like, as soon as one really good thing happens, then nothing more bad will happen because the losing spree will be over. And I get, again, that it doesn't work that way, but it seems logical in my head that that's how it should work. So here's hoping that, like, I start off the week strong and something really good happens on Monday, that I can have a better week and we can be through these weeks of badness. I mean, I do have vacation coming up in less than a week, so if nothing else, I mean, that's going to be the goodness right there. Very excited to go on vacation. I need one pretty bad. Especially since I was supposed to start vacation. Today was supposed to be the start of my vacation, and because of all the stuff at work, I had to cancel it and cancel it and cancel it. And so it got pushed back a few weeks, so hopefully I actually get to take this one. But I could really use it.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on. Get him, wolves. He's standing in poison and I can't touch him. There we go. I do not like the sound my computer is making right now. It sounds like something is grinding in there and popping. And I don't think computers are supposed to grind and pop. It might be my hard drive. I'm trying to figure out, like, what would be causing it to run that hard, though. Like, I've never heard that before. So hopefully, after talking about getting a new PC, my computer's not like, oh, you're getting a new PC? Well, then I guess I don't have to work anymore. Because this PC needs to last a few more years while we can save up some money. And if it dies, how will I stream? I guess I could stream from my phone like the old days of TikTok. When I used to set up my phone and play Pokemon. We're going on 2 years from that, I think. A year and a half, because I streamed last year on my birthday, so I've been streaming at least a year and a half, going on 2 years. How the time flies. Troll King's here! What better way to spend your birthday than Super Mario Maker 2 conquering all the troll castles? I for sure do not have time for that. I'm pretty sure I probably couldn't even beat... Well, I could probably beat one before the end of my birthday. But I think one, maybe two is the most I could conquer in one day. Doesn't the Twitch app tell you how long you've been streaming? Maybe? I really don't look at the Twitch app. I don't really have reason to look at the Twitch app. Like, I've been sitting at like 124 followers for half a year, so what is there on the Twitch app for me? There's 51 Troll Castle challenges now. So I've heard rumors that we're gonna get a Super Mario Maker 3 in the next year or two when a new console comes out. What are your plans for Super Mario Maker 3 if we get one on a new console? I assume to make more troll levels, but... a million more troll levels. Hopefully they increase the amount of troll levels that you can make, right? Because right now there's a hard limit, so it'd be nice if they gave you more space for making levels. Alright, come on. We can beat this guy. We can do this. You've made 100 in Super Mario Maker 2, but the limit's like 40 or 50, right? So you can't have all 100 up at once, unfortunately. The limit's 100? Oh, well, that's good. That's more than I thought it was. Is that including Super Worlds, or does that limit count Super Worlds too? Oh, we might be in trouble. We might not be able to beat this boss. And we got him halfway. Super World is entirely separate, so you could make a trolling Super World, for example, if you wanted to, and have even more troll levels. Alright, I'll let him attack my wolves for a little bit, because we're not doing so hot on this fight, I don't feel like. Come on, wolves. You can beat them. Slowly chip away at them. Was that a healing well? Oh, we're saved. Interact with the healing well. Alright, we got this. Random Quilboars joining the fight. We don't need those. Go away. I almost have as many Super Mario Maker 2 levels as I have Twitch moderator swords. Still collecting those, huh? $103, wow. What's the Guinness World Record for it? How close to like the record of the most are you? I feel like that should be close, right? Come on, we almost got him. There we go. Give me the loot. Nice. Alright, let's go purify some seeds. Hopefully no one comes up. Last time he streamed, I was sure I was only at like 70. Wow. Yeah, I'm streaming less and less these days, unfortunately. Work has been super busy, so I have not been streaming nearly as much as I'd like to, but YouTube's still growing. I'm making YouTube videos, got a few independent videos up there that people have liked, and so, you know, I'm still around, just not streaming as much these days, unfortunately. Don't have as much free time as I would like. I did a wedding, so I've been doing some video editing and some photo editing. So, busy, 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 as always. Alright. We got our seeds. Are you still in the Troll Castle Challenge Discord? I think so. I should be. I have so many Discords.
We start with one brick.
As a challenger? That I don't know. I haven't looked in a little bit. Like I have so many Discords that I forget to check all of them. Alright, we got enough to gamble for one thing. Let's gamble on some pants. And we got the worst possible pants in the game. What a gamble. We get anything good while we were out? Nothing. Earth skill damage, that's pretty good, but I don't use earth skills. Those are better, we'll wear those. Overrise, overpower, thorns, dodge. Nothing really great. If you haven't made progress in a while, the system removes you from the challenge bird. Manager can really easily reinstate you. I will have to check that. Actually, I think I'm about ready to log off for the day. So my computer's making some really weird noises. I need to look at that. And it's almost 9 o'clock, which hopefully means it's about time to go make some breakfast and get started with my birthday. We're going to go see Oppenheimer, work on some Warhammer stuff. We're having a picnic, so I've got a big day planned. So I only planned on streaming for a little bit. But this computer noise is really concerning. Like, here, let me grab my mic. Like, yeah, I'm going to grab the microphone. Can y'all hear that? Like, it sounds like the hard drive, but I've never heard the hard drive going like that. So I think something's wrong with my PC, so I need to check that out. Before I go, what you got before I go? You can take part in the Troll Castle Challenge with just uploading YouTube videos. That might be an easier option for me, honestly, because then I could work on it without streaming it. But you know, the reactions are half the fun, right? Like having people reacting and taunting you while you're failing is half the fun of the Troll Castle Challenge, right? So it is more fun in front of a live audience, but I might actually make some progress if I'm doing it by myself. Alright, let's end with our prayer like we always do. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day. Thank you for bringing me to yet another birthday, having another year on this glorious earth that you've made. Lord, help me as I struggle through anxiety, struggle with all these mental illnesses. Help to give me the strength to push past them and continue to walk towards you, Lord. And really, I pray for all the people who are struggling with mental illness, who struggle with anxiety and depression. Lord, help to bring them into your everlasting arms. Help them to have the strength to push through the problems and the trials and the tribulations of every day and see in those the glory of you, Lord. And finally, we pray for those souls in purgatory, those souls who have no one left to pray for themselves. Lord, help them to enter into your everlasting kingdom. Help them to be purged of their sin and join you forevermore. All this we pray in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining on my birthday. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Like I said, I've been busy and a lot of stuff's going on, but we do have vacation coming up, and when vacation's here, I will be streaming more and more again. So thank you for hanging out. Fun in the Troll Castle Challenge. What is fun? It is fun. The Troll Challenge is fun. It's fun to fall victim to some trolls. I will have a great birthday. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day, and we will see you again soon.